Good morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to my morning news report right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. President Trump greets supporters from car window as new details of his illness emerge. Take a look at this photo of Donald Trump up in the back of a car being driven outside Walter Reed Hospital to wave to supporters, and then he went back inside after being driven around the hospital. Take a look. As you can see him, he's in the back of the motorcade waving to his supporters and being driven around the hospital, and then went back inside after. The latest. President Donald Trump briefly left the hospital Sunday in his car to wave to supporters gathered outside. Navy Commander Dr. Sean Conlon offered new details Sunday about President Donald Trump's condition before he was hospitalized, saying the president had a high fever and a blood oxygen level below 94% before being taken to Walter Reed Medical Center. Dr. Brian Garibaldi, a doctor with Trump's medical team, said he could be discharged from Walter Reed as soon as Monday. Today, Trump gave an update on his health in a 1-minute video Sunday afternoon, talking about his COVID-19 recovery journey. President Donald Trump declared, "I get it," in a message to the nation Sunday evening before briefly leaving the hospital to salute cheering supporters from his motorcade, a surprising move that raised new questions about the president's understanding of the coronavirus that has killed more than 209,000 Americans. Hours earlier, Trump's medical team reported that his blood oxygen level dropped suddenly twice in recent days and that they gave him a steroid treatment typically only recommended for the very sick. The doctors also said his health is improving and that he could be discharged as early as Monday, today. It's been a very interesting journey. I learned a lot about COVID, Trump said, standing in his hospital room in a video posted on social media. I learned it by really going to school. He added, "I get it. I understand it." Before the video was posted, the infected president cruised by supporters in his bulletproof SUV, windows rolled up, driven by Secret Service agents in protective gear who were potentially exposed to disease that has swept through the White House in recent days. "This is insanity," tweeted Dr. James P. Phillips, an attending physician at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center, where Trump has been hospitalized since Friday evening. Every single person in the vehicle during that completely unnecessary presidential drive-by just now has to be quarantined for 14 days. They might get sick. They may die, the doctor wrote. For political theater commander by Trump to put their lives at risk for threater. Trump's doctor earlier in the day sidestepped questions about exactly when Trump's blood oxygen dropped, an episode they neglected to mention in multiple statements the day before, or whether lung scans showed any damage. Blood oxygen stationary is a key health maker for COVID-19 patients. A normal reading is between 95 and 100. A drop below 90 is concerning. People with the virus sometimes do not realize their oxygen levels are low. It was the second straight day of confusion and obstruction from the White House, already suffering from a credibility crisis, and it raised more doubts about whether the doctors treating the president were sharing accurate, timely information with the American public about the severity of his condition. Pressed about conflicting information he and the White House released on Saturday, Navy Commander Dr. Sean Conlon acknowledged that he had tried to present a rosary description of the president's condition. I was trying to reflect the upbeat attitude that the team, the president, that his course of illness has had, didn't want to give any information that might steer the course of illness in another direction, Conlon said. And in doing so, it came off that we were trying to hide something, which wasn't necessarily true. The fact of the matter is that he's doing really well. Medical experts said Conlon's revolution were hard to square with the doctor's upbeat assessment and talk of a discharge. There's a little bit of disconnect, said Dr. Steve Sharpro, Chief Medical and Scientific Officer at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. At the same time, Trump's drive-by greeting was reminiscent of a moment in 2016 when he emerged from Trump Tower in the midst of the Access Hollywood tape scandal to greet his supporters on the street below, but his move potentially exposed several people in his security detail to COVID-19. According to CDC guidelines in general, transport and movement of a patient with suspected or confirmed SARS-CoV-2 infection outside of their room should be limited to medical essential purposes. Some Secret Service agents have expressed concerns about the lackadaisical attitude towards masks and social distancing inside the White House, but there isn't much they can do, according to agents and officials who spoke to the AP. This close to the election, thousands of agents are engaged on protective duty so they can be subbed out quickly should someone test positive. Corner over drive capped a day that was focused squarely on the president's health. Trump offered his own assessment on his status on Saturday evening in a video from his hospital suite, saying he was beginning to feel better and hoped to be back soon. And he was back on social media early Sunday morning, sharing a video of a flag-waving supporter, most not wearing masks, gathered outside Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. Both Democrat presidential nominee Joe Biden and his running mate Kamala Harris have tested negative, their campaign said. The campaign has promised to reveal the results of every test Biden takes. His most recent test, also negative, was taken on October 4th, yesterday. And that does it for this morning edition of this news report. Thank you for watching this news report. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another news report. Goodbye, everyone.